ดีค่ะ I am Sunisa Javisit Dieters, co-founders of Gaia Ashram Ecovillage Udon Thani, Thailand. Welcome to our podcast interviews about Ecovillage lifestyle. And today we have the opportunity to sit and talk with Tobias from Germany, who has joined us in our Ecovillage Gaia Ashram for more than a year.
A year and a few months now.
A year and few months, very far away from his home country. So there's a story, of course, that we want to hear from Toby of what brought him here, and how did he end up here, and that how his life is like here at Gaia Ashram. But we will just start from just the first question. So can you please introduce yourself and what brought you here
All right.
at the first place?
My name is Tobias. I originally come from Germany, and I came here more or less by coincidence. It was a friend of mine who did some research on Ecovillage sustainability, like the social sustainability of ecovillages. And I was just here at the time in Thailand visiting her, and she came to this lovely place. I said, "Oh, come along. This sounds interesting." And after a week of her research, she left, and I liked the place that much. I just stayed.
Okay.
And that's now a year and a few months ago.
Wow.
And I really liked it, and I've been like, and that's normally my rhythm is that I travel around in this kind of places and like to learn a bit more about permaculture and try a lot of things out. And here I had the opportunity to do that, so I just stayed for a bit longer.
So basically, you already are aware of permaculture, and you were already interested about permaculture before you heard about Gaia Ashram.
Yeah, I did my first PDC, I think, now around about 10 years ago.
Okay. Where is that?
Funnily, actually, in Thailand at Hainan, a bit more north than we are here.
Okay.
It was the start of my permaculture journey.
And then since then, what happened? Since your first permaculture?
Since then, I've been on a lot of different projects, tried out a bunch of stuff. And whenever I have the time and spare money, I like to travel in those places and try to learn a bit more. And the goal was at some point to have my own little permaculture place.
Oh.
But on the way, I learned that that's actually requires quite a lot of work, and it's a lot more fun to do with a bunch of people. So I just thought, why not just join one that's already existing?
Yeah. So you changed your mind from having your own, starting it up everything.
Yeah, I think that's something I learned here in Gaia, actually, that community is a big part of what makes a simpler life way more enjoyable. And yeah, so I just thought like, well, might as well stay.
Right.
And also I had the opportunity to teach here, which I didn't know before how much I would enjoy that. So yeah, and also I learned a lot about how to teach and how not to teach.
Okay, so then let's go back to the first week. You first thought that you will be here for only a week with your friends, and then your friend left, and then you didn't. You continued to stay. What were you experiencing in that week that keep you stay?
I was actually a lot of things. It's hard to point out one particular. But one of them was you, for example. Like you had I was quite amazed actually what facilitation skills you have. Like how fast you can make a group of more or less strangers to each other feel like such a strong community in such a short time. I was quite amazed by that.
Wow.
I was like, wow, I want to learn how to do that. Like I saw a lot of different teachers and a lot of different people that interacted with other people, but you do it really well, and like it almost seems like it's no effort. It's really amazing. Nice to
Well,
see.
thank you for the advertisement. We're gonna have the training of trainer course 2014 on February. So learn how to facilitate.
She's really good.
Okay, that was one of the things. What else that you remember that?
I like to have the freedom to try out things. Like because you have we have so many different things we do. If it's the building, the gardening, the food foresting, or social interaction with people, or if it's a village project. So I really like to have this diversity and having the opportunity to do different things in a short period of time. Felt like I have a good opportunity to learn, and also like it's not quite as often that people give you such a free hand when you do it something. So that was quite inspiring. It was like, "That's cool. I can try myself. I found a way."
Okay.
And if you need if you see someone to tell you how to do it after you failed, there's enough support here around. Quite nice.
Okay.
Good place to learn.
Okay.
Recommend it.
So you were here as a volunteer for a few months.
Yeah.
And after that, you shift from volunteering into internship phase, and then later on also shifting into a resident program, which is mean the minimum of 1 year commitment. So how was that for you, making decision from volunteering and shifting to the residential phase? How was the decision making process go inside you?
Quite simple actually. The question was, do I want to leave? The answer was no, so that was that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you ask yourself, do I want to leave? And then
Yeah, I was no, I don't want to. Do I want to stay? Yeah, I really do want to. So
Yeah.
that was simple. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the important thing that what you mentioned before, what make you want to stay is that those things, working together as a community, opportunity to teach, and then connection with local
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
And during your time here, I also observed that finding your place in the community, you try different things. Like there was a time where you, okay, I want to do the garden, or I want to do this area, I want to do this area. Can you say a bit more about how was that for you, trying out different things? Eventually, you found your really, we can say the Toby kingdom, which is the animal kingdom. How was that process for you?
It was nice to see or to try out different things and to experiment a lot. That was quite nice. I do find I needed an area, or why I stuck with animals, I think was because it was such a high amount of time it involved. So I didn't have that much time to switch out and try new things. So at some point, just because I spent so much time there, I felt quite good in it and quite connected to it. And yeah, it's also quite nice to see. Like I like to observe the changes in our animals and how they grow, or if they don't grow, what's going on. It's quite fascinating. They're very simpler to handle than new people.
Right. Yeah, I also see that when you share the knowledge about the animals, especially about the system that you are maintaining, you're taking care of, you look very happy and passionate about.
Yeah, in normality, I guess.
Okay, from your observation, what was the joy of observing a chicken, for example? What do you see in them that keeping you like, wow, this is so fascinating?
So as we started, when I came here, most of the chickens we had were rescues from an egg laying factory where they're like really close in. So they didn't behave as much as a wild bird would, like not as much scratching around or trying to fly. And now we are 2 generations past that, and now our chickens, they look like pretty much like a bird should do. They're trying to roam around outside as much as they can and scratch the ground, look for bugs, and seem a bit less dependent, or a bit more. Different spirit maybe.
Rewilding their spirit.
Yeah, and it's nice to see how like the mother bird take care or call the chooks, and how it functions, that they use like different voices and to communicate with different people or different age groups, let's say, people. It's kind of how I see them though. They do have a bit of personality. That's quite interesting to see.
So you understand some of their language? Okay.
It's quite
So
interesting.
those things you learn from observing.
Yeah. But if you spend I turned also like when I don't spend time at the chickens, and most of our compost we make right now at the chickens. So there's two jobs that I do that are giving me a lot of the time to observe, because turning compost is a bit tiring. Every once in a while you lean on your shop and be like, oh, that's what you do.
Do you want to share any other thing that you want to mention?
Good question. Not really. If you're on your journey and you're looking for a place to try out a lot of new things, give it a go. Great teacher, really. Great facilitator.
You are also teacher now.
I am. I had a great teacher to teach me to teach. It's a lot of teaching.
Yeah, so this is the story of Tobias. This is the first episode of Toby. Maybe we'll have some more episodes about Tobias, especially dedicating to a certain area maybe next time.
Yeah.
Today just an introduction to Toby's journey and his life at Gaia Ashram. Be introducing this one of our members, and then we will introduce more members, and there will be more episodes to come.
I hope so.
So thank you very much
Thank you.
for your sharing, and it's
Was a
good
pleasure.
opportunity for me to keep updated about the chickens. Thank you everyone for listening. If you haven't subscribed to our channels, or if you want to introduce your friend to subscribe, please do so. And then there are many more story sharing to come. See you in the next episode.
Ciao.
Bye. ขอบคุณค่ะ